we are 400 miles from our destination for tonight, and we're 600 miles from home. So we went from getting like 15.5 miles to the gallon to like 12. All right, guys, welcome to the epic venture of 2024, and we're off to a fantastic start. We're out here in the middle of Nebraska. We stopped for some gas, and I noticed I had some dripping down here off of this fender and the rock slider, and we had some fluid dripping on the ground. So I looked to see where it's coming from, and we have it sprayed all up in here, all up in the fender, but can't see any active leaks coming from anywhere. So the coolant temperature has been running fantastic. It's 80 degrees out. The engine has been staying cool. Both the transmission and the oil temperature have been right in the perfect mark. So I have no idea if we ran over something and it sprayed everywhere. The only thing I could think of is if it is coming from our Bronco, if it's coming from this little breather tube back here, which would spray right onto the tire. So I'm not sure. But without it actively leaking and seeing where it's coming from, it's kind of hard to pinpoint the problem. So I don't know what to do. Yeah, this is fun. Not really how we wanted to start the trip. We are 400 miles from our destination for tonight, and we're 600 miles from home. So I think I'm gonna try and see if it is coming from that breather tube. I'm gonna zip tie a napkin to the breather tube and see if the napkin gets drenched after we drive a couple miles down the road, and go from there. Yeah, so stay tuned. Let's find out where the hell this goes. All right, so situation report. We've gone about 180 miles since the incident. Everything looks dry. There's nothing else spraying out. There's still no noticeable leaks from anywhere but what could have been that breather tube, which we determined to be the front differential breather tube. We did have the front differential oil changed the same time as the transfer case before Badlands Bash at Bronco Palooza. So we're hoping they just overfilled it. I didn't do that one myself. I had Ford do that. And we're hoping, since this is the first time it's really been opened up for an extended period of time, that the heat just caused it to get a little pressure out. So all of our gauges still look fantastic, but now we are dealing with a solid wind from the southwest. So we went from getting like 15.5 miles to the gallon to like 12. So we're just filled up, and it says we got 190 miles till empty out of this full tank. So the fun continues. Stay tuned. All right, so we are currently in Ogallala, Nebraska. We just checked the breather tube, and the whole area still seems dry. Our friend Milton with Bareback Broncos, he recommended that we pull over, put it in 4 low, see if we can get any more fluid to come out of it when it's in 4 low, and when we engage the locker. If nothing comes out of there when we do that, we're hoping it was just blow by from being overfilled, and then we'll just continue to monitor from the rest of the trip. But if it squirts out right now, then we're going to try and find a dealer in Denver to have a look at it. So we're going to perform that test right now. Stick with us. All right, so we're going to go low. We got to come forward. Nothing coming out. Front lock is engaged. Any fluid coming out now? Nope. Alright. Back on. So we will continue to monitor throughout the trip, but hopefully it was just a little bit of blow by from being overfilled. And yeah, stay with us. I'm sure there'll be more shenanigans to come for the rest of our 6,000 mile road trip. Alright guys, we are almost to our destination in Canyon City. We made it past Denver. We are officially 1,150 miles into the trip. We've got 550 since the incident and no repeat blow-by. We tested the locker test with nothing, no fluid coming out of the tube, nothing else pouring out of the engine bay. So fingers crossed it was just a fluke with some blow-by from being overfilled at the dealer. And yeah, hopefully we have some less shenanigans tomorrow and the rest of the trip. We're currently like 2.5 hours behind from trying to deal with that and the fact that we are getting 10 miles to the gallon with all the wind and having to fill up every 150 miles. So yeah, catch us tomorrow. We'll see you on the next adventure.